Okay everyone, welcome back to Tammy's Yarn House, and this is a zoomed in version of the feather stitch that I did I think a couple of weeks ago or last week, and I really was not zoomed in enough. Alright, so this is just a zoomed in to do the feather stitch itself, and what you want to do is chain an even number, half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and your first row is just half double crochets all the way down. Second row is going to be a half double crochet, chain one, skip one, half double crochet, chain one, skip one. See that? Half double crochet, chain one, skip one. And it's in those spaces where we're going to work. Alright, so here we are at the very end. Half double crochet, chain one, turn your work, and here is the feather stitch. You're always going to start with a half double crochet and end with a half double crochet. And I'll put a link to the scarf that I made up here so you can see the whole video if you're interested in that. But for today I'm showing you just the stitch. So we are going to half double crochet into that very first stitch, and we're going to chain one. Here we go. Into this chain one space, we're going to yarn over into this space, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, go into that skipped stitch at the bottom, 5 loops on our hook, pull that up nice and tight because you want this nice long. This is what's going to make the feather stitch this long right here, right? Yarn over, and we're going to move over to the next chain one space. In here, pull up a loop. You should have 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 7, and we are going to close off this feather stitch with a chain one. Okay? We're going to go into the same stitch where we just left and do it again. Yarn over, 3 loops, yarn over, go into this skipped stitch down here at the bottom, pull that up nice and tall, 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, and we're going to keep it moving. We're going to move over to the next chain one space, 7 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 7, and we're going to close that off with a chain one, and that is your feather stitch. Now I'm going to finish doing this row, and I'm going to turn this row because it's going to look a little bit different. Where you go is going to look a little bit different. The first row is always a little it doesn't quite look the same as all of the rest of the rows. So let's go ahead and down here the skipped stitch, pull it up nice and tall, go to the next one, close it off. This makes a wonderful baby blanket, scarf. I made a throw using this stitch in red, white, and blue. Here we go. In here, and here, pull that nice and tall. Okay, when you get to the end of your rows, you know that you have enough room to make a feather stitch if all 3 of your spaces are intact. So I've got chain one, skipped stitch, and a chain one. And so the reason I tell you that, or I mention this, is because when you get to the end here, it looks like we've got this big hole See, it looks like we've got this big hole right here. Like we need to do something with that. And we are. We're just going to work in it when we turn our work. And so a good rule of thumb is if you don't have all 3 of your spaces to work in, it's okay. This is okay. You are done with your row. All right. So to finish off this row, we are going to half double in the last stitch. So you begin with a half double and you end with a half double. Now let's turn our work and I'll show you what that looks like. Chain 1, turn your work. Now you see how it's different. So we've got our spaces look a little bit different on where we go into, but as long as you've got your 3 spaces available, right? So we're always going to start with a half double crochet and a chain 1, and that big hole that we had before, go into this space, pull that up, yarn over in that top space right here, 7 loops on our hook, come on Tammy, I always seem to say that in every single video. I'm always fussing at myself. All right, so we're going to go back into this, yarn over, back into where we came from, pull that up nice and tight, see where we go right here, 7 loops on our hook, close off that feather stitch with a chain 1. And that is your feather stitch. So I apologize. I hope it's zoomed in a little bit more than it was before. I'll keep an eye on that in the future. And I hope y'all have a wonderful time making this. It works up pretty fast. And it is a really nice stitch. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can get notified. That's what it's for. Every time I put out a new video, okay? Leave me a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and I hope to see you later. Thank you.